What is the ASVAB? How is the ASVAB structured? What is on the ASVAB exam? So let's get started. What is the ASVAB? The ASVAB stands for the Armed Services Vocational Aptitude Battery. It's a standardized test used to determine an individual's suitability for particular branches of service or for specific military jobs. It is used by the Air Force, Army, Marines, Navy, and Coast Guard. Don't think of this as an intelligence test, but rather a test of one's individual strengths and weaknesses in areas such as math, science, and reading, as well as one's current knowledge of specific mechanical, electronic, automotive, and shop concepts. The ASVAB has both a pencil and paper version and a computer adaptive version. This version is called the CAT version. The vast majority of recruits take the CAT ASVAB test. What is on the ASVAB exam? The two versions of the ASVAB, paper and pencil and CAT, differ slightly in their format and timing, although general questions remain the same. Here's a summary of what's on the CAT ASVAB. General Science, 16 questions, 8 minutes. This section tests your knowledge of biology, chemistry, and physics. Questions are based on your knowledge of basic scientific concepts. No advanced calculations are necessary. Arithmetic Reasoning, 16 questions, 39 minutes. The math on the ASVAB is split into arithmetic and more advanced algebra and geometry, which can be found in the mathematics knowledge section. This section will present relatively simple word problems that require basic arithmetic to solve. Word Knowledge, 16 questions, 8 minutes. These 16 questions will present a word, either alone or in a sentence for context. You'll be required to choose a synonym or a word that has the same essential meaning. Paragraph Comprehension, 11 questions, 22 minutes. These questions will ask you to read short paragraphs and answer some simple reading comprehension questions, identifying the main idea, purpose of specific details, and to make correct inferences. Mathematics Knowledge, 16 questions, 20 minutes. The math in this section is only slightly more challenging than in the arithmetic section. It covers high school algebra and geometry concepts. Electronics Information, 16 questions, 8 minutes. This section tests your knowledge of electricity. Circuits, transistors, and concepts such as resistance and conductivity are frequently asked about. If you do not have much practical familiarity with these concepts, you will likely have to spend some time memorizing basic electronics information before the exam. Auto and Shop Information, 11 questions for auto in 7 minutes, 11 questions for shop in 6 minutes. Section is split into 2 parts, but reported as 1 score. Similar to electronics information, this tests basic knowledge of how automobiles are designed and operated. Knowledge of the different systems in a vehicle and the ability to identify the parts of a vehicle is required. Shop information asks about the utility of specific tools. Both parts often present diagrams and ask you to choose the correct name of a specific tool or part. Mechanical Comprehension, 16 questions, 20 minutes. This section tests knowledge of mechanics and basic physics. You may be tested on Newton's laws of motion and simple machines such as pulleys and levers, as well as concepts involving force, power, and hydraulics. Like electronics information and auto and shop information, the information you're tested on is very specific, so you may need to review these concepts and memorize some basic definitions and formulas. Assembling Objects, 16 questions, 16 minutes. This section is unique to the other sections in that it is purely visual. You will be presented with a picture of several pieces and must choose the picture that correctly identifies how the pieces would look once assembled together. How many questions are on the ASVAB? Well, it depends on which version you're taking. The paper and pencil version contains all of the same sections as the CAT ASVAB, but with slightly more questions on each. The paper and pencil ASVAB has 225 questions. They must be completed within 149 minutes. The CAT ASVAB contains 145 questions, which must be completed within 154 minutes. Are there two entrance exams, ASVAB and AFQT? No, there is only one exam, the Armed Services Vocational Aptitude Battery, ASVAB for short. The ASVAB has 10 tests. Your scores from 4 of the tests: word knowledge, paragraph comprehension, arithmetic reasoning, and mathematics knowledge. They are combined to compute your score on what is referred to as the Armed Forces Qualification Test, AFQT for short. Scores on the AFQT are used to determine your eligibility for enlistment in the Army, Navy, Air Force, or Marine Corps. Scores on all of the ASVAB tests are used to determine the best job for you in the military. How often can I take the ASVAB? After you take your initial ASVAB, you must wait 1 calendar month to retake the test. You must wait an additional calendar month to retest a second time. After that, you must wait 6 calendar months to retake the ASVAB. Your scores may be used for enlistment for up to 2 years from the date of testing. Alright guys, that's it for today. Job well done. On the next video, we'll be talking about how to study for the ASVAB and more about the AFQT score. It'll be a short one. See you there.